Alright, so we're back with round two of the first week of Grand Arena. Let's give a quick recap of the last match before we move over to the current one. So we went ahead and we won the last matchup. My opponent wasn't able to clear me. They did not attempt my CLS team and weren't able to take out the Malik as well. And they had a couple of battles on my other teams as well. I think they one-shot my sisters and Karth. But on the Newt Watt team, they had some amount of problem there. Similarly, at the back over here, yeah, this I think they didn't have a problem with, but the Newt Watt team I think definitely took them for surprise. My opponent did reach out to me and said that they follow my videos a little bit, and then they also congratulated me on the Watt team. That was pretty nasty. So that I think was good to see that Watt with Separatists was able to create some problems. Maybe my opponent underestimated them, which is why they had a couple of battles. But it can get nasty if you don't check them early. So that's the last match. Currently, I am facing AMFC Fan, who's a Kyber combatant. That's his title, which means that AMFC Fan in the last Grand Arena match season, they reached Kyber rank. So Division 1 Kyber rank 319, which means that they're going to be a pretty tough opponent. They have been running the clones with Shakti and Anakin relic level 7 in the arena, which means that he's going to be more than comfortable taking down Darth Revan teams. So I probably won't keep my Darth Revan on defense. But this is a pretty formidable opponent. I mean, they have they've reached Kaiba. Obviously, that means that they haven't lost more than a match or two in the last Grand Arena Championship, so they're almost undefeated. And it's definitely going to be a challenge to face this opponent. They are about 5.2 million GP, so about half a million more than me. But they've got all the right characters, relics on tons of them. Relics level 7 Anakin, 6 Grievous, and about 4 on all their Sith Empire teams, and 1 on a bunch of other characters as well. All important characters. So it's going to be a tricky match. Plus they have really fast Stark, and they've got really good troopers as well. About 301 Stark, very well modded Yoda, offense modded, and at 284 speed. So it's I need to think of something tricky in order to be able to take this one down. It's going to be exciting to think about some interesting defenses for this one. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what I've set for defense. The attack phase still hasn't started. We still have 3 hours left for the attack phase, but I thought I'll just give a quick overview of this and then start my my attack in a separate video. Now for defense, what I've done is I've decided to keep some tricky teams in the front and keep my best teams at the back. So in the front on top, I have my Separatist squad. So I took Watt out from there and I added in Show Trooper because I needed a pre-taunt in there so that troopers don't take care of that team. So I've got a couple of taunts in there, Sunfac and Show Trooper. I've got my attacker is going to be Django, and Newt and Dooku in there with the counter chance. So I'm not expecting this to get any holds like last time. I'm just hoping that it costs them some banners, because it might just come down to efficiency if my opponent decides to go offense heavy. And the team below, I've put together a rough droid team with T3M4, IPD, Droidica under IG88 lead, who's got a good AoE and gives a lot of critical chance and inflicts damage over time, and enables the allies to inflict damage over time, which could mean some loss in protection. Plus, you've got 2 snipers over here in the sense of Droidica is able to deliver a really good blow to an opponent and is capable of one-shotting, and IPD of course is capable of one-shotting an opponent as well. So they have a high chance of taking out a single character of the enemy's team, which is why this can get dangerous if left unchecked. Now this team also can be troopered, so what I've done is I've put in a really fast nest over there to prevent a 318 nest with decent tenacity, 84%. This is to prevent cheap counters like troopers or EP or Ewoks or things like that, because otherwise this team can be taken out with that. So with Nest in there, it'll make my opponent go in with a stronger team over here, especially if they don't want to lose banners. And at the back over here, I've kept my Evox with Malak no change over there. And I've kept my Geonosians on defense this time. Usually I keep them on offense, but I've kept my Geonosians with without Sunfac and with Watt in there on defense. And the reason I kept Watt in there was because the main counter that you have for the Geos is Treya. You go in with either Treya and Scion or Treya, Scion, Nihilus, maybe one or two other characters. Maybe sometimes you get Sith Trooper added in there as well. And you just wait out the Geos and wait for them to assist and get them low on their life, do one big AoE and take care of them. With what I'm hoping it'll do is it'll counter that Treya counter. So Watt is really fast. I've got a Zeta on him as well, and he's about 293 speed. And I checked the speed of my opponent's Sith. They're all less than that, about 250, 260 speed. So what's going to happen is Watt is going to go first and give the taunting tech to Brute, since he's the tank. And immediately after that, he's going to go again and give the med pack to Geo Soldier. And I did a bunch of testing in the arena and in the Galactic War, and that's what always happens. It gives the second tech to Geo Soldier, and that means that the tech over here, what that means is it's going to enable him to basically recover. The med pack is going to enable him to recover 5% health and protection, and at the same time Brute is going to recover 30% protection at the start of his turn. So what that means is the loss of life that these guys experience under when facing Treya is going to be mitigated a little bit by the health and protection recovery that these techs will provide. So it'll probably delay the battle a little longer. Plus the third tech which goes out is going to be the weapons blast tech mod, which is going to go out to the spy, which will make him ignore taunt, and it'll make him take tons of turns, because the weapons blast tech mod means that he's going to end up taking a turn anytime the enemy goes. He gains 15% turn meter, and he ignores defense, which is going to be really useful against Scion to one-shot Scion with his silent strike. So I'm just hoping that Watt survives long enough to get those three techs out to these guys, which will make this team a little tougher to get down by the Treya team. Also, anytime that these guys, anyone with a tech uses an ability, Watt uses his basic, which means out of turn he's going to inflict damage over time on the Sith, which is not as important because Treya cleanses anyway, but it also removes 15% turn meter. So in addition to the turn meter that the Geos reduce on their basic, the Watt is also going to remove 15% turn meter anytime that Spy or Brute or Soldier go. And this means that the amount of time that is left for these guys for the Sith team to make a move is actually reduced, and they might not even get to take a turn if these guys start targeting different people. They have a cleanse as well, so Scion's pain will be cleansed whenever they take a turn. This guy has a really nice cleanse, so that means that they'll be free to target other guys as well. And in addition to that, the weapons tech, it gives Spy the ability to, whenever he kills someone, they won't be able to be revived, which means that even if Scion is able to get held by hatred and Spy attacks him and kills him, he's not going to be revived again. So there's tons of synergy between Geos and Watt over here. Now that's only theory. That's what I think is going to happen. I've never really played this team in practice, so I don't really know what's going to happen if we take Treya against it. But this is just I'm hoping that that is what happens and makes the Treya counter more difficult, and my opponent decides to go in with something heavier against that, or at least maybe Treya with a full squad of 5 to prevent any undersized victories. So I'm hoping that makes the Treya counter a little more difficult, but that remains to be seen. And then below over here, I've kept my Jedi Knight Revan with Jolie and Grandmaster Yoda. I like to keep this before my Grievous team because I want to exhaust the Jedi Knight Revan counter. And I've kept my prepared squad. but without the young Han and young Lando, and I've kept Mission and Zalbar in there. I think this is a tougher team to take out. That we've got two tanks, you've got tons of protection, recovery, got a revive, you've got lots of good things happening over here. So I think this team is tougher than the Karth team or the Kira team individually. Um, so I'm hoping to pull a JTR or a Jedi Knight Revan from here. And at the back over here, I've kept my two really strong teams. I've kept my Rebels over here, this time with the R2 and Old Ben. This is the original combo. C-3PO over here would have been great as well, but even these five by themselves it's a really strong combo. Tons of cleansing happening over here because of R2D2 in there. Tons of offense boost that R2D2 gives. He gives tons of health to these guys as well. Makes them tougher to get down. And loads of turn meter recovery even from both CLS lead Zeta as well as OB's unique. So these guys will be going pretty often. So that's the goal of that team. Hopefully, they've exhausted the CLS or other counters by the time they get back here. And then I've kept my Grievous team over here, this time with BB-8. Um, since even with the Basti or the Jedi counter, uh, this team is going to end up going first and do tons of damage. The very first AoE that Grievous does, hopefully should be able to get down a lot of health and protection. Even if you go in with the Darth Revan team, this team will at least strip away all the protection, even if it gets one shot. That's the goal of this team. It will be taken down if you've taken a Darth Revan or Jedi Knight Revan team, especially with Basti lead. But I'm hoping to at least strip protection with all the damage, so that there's uh, there's less banners over here. And since I the reason I decided to keep R2D2 with the CLS team is because since I was anyway breaking up BB-8 from the Resistance squad, I decided to completely break it up and use R2 over there as well. So that's an overview of the defense. I'll log in a few hours again to begin the attack phase. Okay, so we're back with the attack phase, and my opponent has gone ahead and set their defenses. Let's take a quick look at what they've set. So I'm glad that they have set the Darth Revan on defense, which means that they have less available on offense, which can always get tricky against a tough defense. So they've set the Darth Revan along with Watt in there. They skipped Basti in that team, which is interesting to see. Watt, the taunting tech that he's going to give first to Malak, does not actually make Malak taunt. So that's probably going to be useless on him. I mean, it will cleanse him at the end of his turn, but then cleansing also means that it'll get rid of all of his ferocity, which is again something that you do not want because ferocity gives him extra potency and offense and all of that stuff. Um, so I don't anticipate much problem with this team, but you never know. I mean, if once Watt gets to spread his debuffs, spread his tech around, it could be tricky. So either this is a genius move or it could be a problematic move for my opponent. But I just need to fight it to really figure out which one it is. Um, then there's a very simple Karth team which I'll probably take my first order against, and there's a Night Sister team over here and a standard Bounty Hunter team. So let's start with the toughest team first over here, and then move over to the other teams because I basically, depending on how the match of against Darth Revan goes, I decide what counters to take against my other teams. But before and I'm planning to use my Jedi Knight Anakin nuke squad over here. But before I go ahead and do that, I want to just have a quick battle in the arena just to warm up and get used to it. So here we have a pretty decent team. It's a 7 relic Darth Revan, 7 relic Darth Malak, 6 Basti, 5 HK, and 2 Sith Trooper. So let me go through this one battle and briefly talk through my thought process so that you guys get an idea about exactly how to use the nuke team. So the most important component of the nuke team is obviously Jedi Knight Anakin, and the most important point in the match is going to be deciding when to use Jedi Knight Anakin's AoE ability, because that's essentially what nukes the majority of the opponent's squad. And there are a few things that you have to keep in mind. In my opinion, there are four main things that you have to keep in mind in order to determine whether the nuke, whether you should do the AoE or not. At all other times, you should, in fact, hold the AoE. The first thing is you need to have offense up on Jedi Knight Anakin, and you get offense up anytime that you use the basic from Shakti, which gives offense up for one turn on all allies. So if you end up using Shakti's one turn and Jedi Knight Anakin goes immediately after that, he already utilizes the offense up. So you'll have to use Shakti's basic again some other time in order to get that offense up back again. The second thing that he needs to get is critical chance up, and that he gets every time that Shakti uses her assault team ability, where an attacker gets stealth and critical chance up. And the critical chance up, even though my Anakin is R7 and his critical chance is pretty high, 71%. Critical chance up is really essential in the nuke team because some of these guys, especially Malak, has a lot of crit avoidance, especially if you get him below that threshold. And a lot of these relic up characters, they naturally get crit avoidance as well. So it's always good to have some critical chance up. So that's the second thing. First thing is offense up. Second thing is you have to make sure that Anakin has critical chance up before you do the nuke. And the third thing is you need to ensure that the nuke happens immediately after an ally falls below 50% health or is killed, because his Righteous Fury unique gives him 100% more damage whenever another ally falls below 50% health or is defeated. It gives him 100% more damage. So that's extra offense and extra damage that Anakin gets. And the fourth and final thing that you have to look at is how much of ferocity is there on your opponents, because each stack of ferocity ends up reducing their defense, so it makes the nuke that much more effective. So four things to remember. One is offense up on Anakin, critical chance up on Anakin, make sure that Anakin uses his nuke immediately after someone falls below 50% or is defeated. And fourth is just take a quick look at the amount of ferocity on the field, and if it's at least 5 stacks of ferocity, you can be sure that the nuke is going to do a decent amount of damage. So let's take our team against this mostly R6 R7 Sith Empire team. Very first thing you want to do is give turn meter up, and you should always call Shakti to assist, so that offense up gets put over there. Now I like to use Echo's EMP grenade just to get rid of some of that foresight, and I like to yep. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to give critical chance up to Anakin and call all the clones to assist on Malak. And what's that going to do is it's probably going to get Malak to go next and do a force drain, a health drain. No, not yet. Okay, that's fine. All right. So we are almost at Anakin's turn, and he has offense up and critical chance up, but nobody has fallen below 50% health yet. So I'm going to save my AoE until somebody does that. Okay, now they've so here's you have to make a decision at this point of time. They've done the AoE. They've gotten someone below 50% health, but we don't have offense up on Anakin, so this is not going to do as much damage. We do have critical chance up. We do have an ally who has fallen below 50% health, and we do have a decent amount of ferocity on the field, 5 almost everywhere. So let me slow this down. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm not sure it's going to kill everyone, but let's see how much damage this does. Almost. So if I had offense up, these guys would definitely have died. But now we have got offense up, and one of our allies has died. So now we still don't have, but we were able to do decent amount of damage. But the Basti is obviously the first priority to take out, because her shock can instantly annihilate the whole team. So we this match we probably will lose. But that's basically the thought process that you have to do, is basically you have to ensure that critical chance up and offense up is always there on your Anakin, and somebody has just fallen below 50% health or below 100% health. before you do the new. So let's go ahead and get into the Grand Arena battle. It should be easier because there's no Basti in there, but you never know, what could always throw a wrench in things. So let's go ahead and see what happens over here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Anakin over here with my standard nuke team, and let's see what happens with Wat. So Wat is going to give the tech to Malik, but he's not going to taunt because he doesn't have protection up. Now I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to try to apply healing immunity over here with a basic. Now this is the best scenario if Anakin goes first, because it means that Shakti can go next and apply offense up to everyone. I'm going to target Sith Marauder because I want to get everyone down a little bit. And now I'm going to just do an AoE. Oh, the AoE got rid of Wat, which is great. He didn't even get a chance to apply the tech. All right, now what do? We can give the stealth to Anakin because so that he doesn't get targeted and he gets critical chance up. Now we still don't have anyone. All right, now we've got someone below 50% health, and Anakin has got critical chance up and offense up, and we've got a couple of guys with ferocity stacks. The thing with Wat is, since he's given that tech to Malik, he's dispelled his ferocity up, so the other characters do have. So I think I should be able to get at least a couple of them down. Let's take a look at it. There we go, almost 90 to 100k hit, which is great. Now we just have to take care of Malik. Healing immunity. Let's heal up this guy, and let's see if he can't call everyone to assist. And again, I'm going to hide Anakin because he's the main guy. I'm going to use my basic over here to see if I can't apply healing immunity, which did not stick. And let's see. All right, this might need a cleanup, but let's see. Let's call Anakin to assist. This Malik, I think, has got tons of tenacity, which is why I wasn't able to get healing immunity to stick. All right, let's keep going at him. Yeah, this is tons of tenacity on this one. Offense up, critical chance up, basic. Well, at this point, I think he's got tons of critical avoidance as well. Yeah, this will probably require a cleanup. All right, that's fine. We'll go in with a cleanup team and finish this guy off. I'll probably take in a, let's see, what can I take? Something which is cheap, because there's just Malik left. So Wat over here in this team was completely useless. So that's maybe because he's squishy, but in general, I don't think Wat adds much to the Sith Empire team just because of all the cleanses that he gives, and he ends up giving the tech to Malik, who doesn't even taunt. But let's see what we can take to clean this up. I usually like to go in with a Jin team for my cleanup. I don't like to expend anything too expensive over here. So Jin with a bunch of stunners and turn meter removers. So there's going to be Piston. There's going to be let's see, Savage as well is also pretty good to have in there. What else can I take? A few bounty hunters are always good for removing turn meter and stunning. Let's take these guys and see if we're able to get a cleanup done. Okay, let's try to land a stun. Let's remove some turn meter. stun. Yeah, this guy, not many stuns are going to land just because there's this one is a very high tenacity. But I just want to get him below below 50% health. Nah, this is probably not going to happen. I should have probably gone in with crew. Okay, let's remove some more turn meter. Damn, he healed up. It's just below, just above 50% health. That's bad luck. Let's keep going. Remove the turn meter. Nope. Just keeps healing. Nope, this is not going to happen. All right, I might need to go in with someone else. Usually this team does work for me, but today it's not worked. So that's fine. We'll just take in our crew team probably to clean that up. Although I do hate to waste my crew on that. So what are we going to do against that? We may not have a choice. I think we might just need to take our crew against that. Its crew is the most reliable cleanup against a Darth Malik. I was hoping to use my crew with against the Karth team, but that doesn't look like it's going to be likely. So yeah, so I'm just going to use my crew over here and then figure out what to do with the Karth team. Crew in a lot of ways is extremely anti-Malik, just because you have a double turn stun, tons of way to remove turn meter, and Kylo's AoE does not crit, which doesn't get him feared. And obviously the immunity to health reduction. But it's a slow chip away process. Okay, basic, getting healing immunity, keeping the stun on the taunt on Kylo. All right, let's keep going. Healing immunity. Healing immunity. Tenacity down is also another reason why this team is so great, because especially with high tenacity Maliks like this particular one, it's great to have tenacity down. All right, let's keep going. Should come down. Use basic to keep the taunt up, and healing immunity with basic. Basic to keep the taunt up, because I want him to use that heal drain on my Kylo, all the while my first order executioner builds up offense. Healing immunity, stun. This one is a tough Kylo, a tough Malik, which is proving problematic, which is why I wasn't able to get the Jin team to work. Usually that does work, but I think if he was under 50% health, it would have been great. Healing immunity, there we go. Excellent. Another big hit. Stun again. So you can see over here, it's taken almost half the battle, 2.5 minutes, just to get a lone lone Malik down, without the leadership of Darth Revan, and 29 banners. That was messy. That could have gone better. All right, let's figure out what to do against the Karth team. Let's see what I want to do over here first. I think against the Karth team I might end up using my EP with Thrawn. That's going to be this team. EP with Thrawn, and I want alright, let's get a tank in here. Who do we have? I think we kept us short on defense. Maybe the buff immunity from TIE Fighter Pilot might be useful. I think I'm going to get rid of Tarkin and go with the Stormtrooper. Okay, yeah, let's test to see if this works. Okay, let's get the turn meter train started. Let's fracture Zalbar and then work on the other guys. Shock. Let's land a taunt. And let's get rid of Candrass. And then let's take care of Karth. Beautiful. Now let's target Juhani. Let's land a shock there. Buff immunity, so she won't be able to go into stealth. Stun, and she's taken care of. Alright, this wasn't very problematic. Let's keep the fracture on Salbar. I think we'll have chance to top up the protection of at least one more. Alright, so this was fine. Yeah, now it's just have to top up the protection of Stormtrooper, and maybe we might need to top up Palp as well. Alright, we've got 3.5 minutes, so we've got plenty of time. Alright, let's top up Palp and then continue on our way. There we go. Beautiful. 59. I think I don't know who was low on protection, but that doesn't matter. I don't think it's going to be a banner efficiency game anyway. Let's see what's at the back. Oh, really weak squads. Okay. All right, so I think we should be able to go really heavy in front and clear off the zone. All right, let's go with the Padme on top with the Night Sisters, and I'm going to go in undersized. I lost plenty of banners with the Darth Revan thing above, so I'm trying to make up for it as best as I can. Okay, let's get health up. And let's land a confuse on zombie and start working on the weakest member and get some healing going. Okay, good thing they targeted Grievous, General Kenobi. Okay, so confuse is a good thing there. Let's see if we can't land a confuse there, so that she doesn't get foresight, and then let's start working on the others. We need to get rid of plague as soon as possible because that's preventing our team from healing. Alright, let's get some protection up from these guys. This is not looking good for poor C-3PO. Let's work on Dhaka a little bit. There we go. That's what we were waiting for. Let's heal up everyone. The plague is gone. Now I feel much better. Let's get our first kill over here. Not yet. Okay, I think we might be able to get Talzin down. It's fine. Confuse on zombie, did not land. Some protection up. Okay, plague did not land, that is good. Let's save the big one, big hit from now. Right, confuse on zombie. Perfect. Let's get some more protection up on everyone. And let's dispel that. Now we've got 17 stacks. Now we can start killing people. Let's get Talzin down first. And let's call everyone to assist on... Have we had one that already? I don't remember. But let's call everyone to assist on Dhaka. Let's just get some protection up on everyone. Basic. Okay, zombies down. And let's land a confuse over here. Let's get Dhaka taken care of. And hopefully we should have our... Alright, let's just get rid of Dhaka first. A little bit of healing. Alright, we got a minute left, so we need to speed things up, but I think we've got the battle in control. We've got both the revives done, and we've got quite a few stacks on Courage and Kenobi. Which is going to get wasted here. Ooh, C3PO went. That was not ideal. Let's take care of zombie first. No, don't tell me that we're going to time out on this. Let me at least get rid of Dhaka. Oh, this battle is not going well at all. Oh, damn. Oh, so this is quite problematic. We have been having a lot of problems over here, as I would say. That's unfortunate. All right. Probably should have used my Darth Revan or some other team out there. What else do I have? I was trying to save my Wampa for... well, let's just go ahead and use the Wampa over here against the sisters. I know they're turn meter loaded, but I think these guys should do the job. I should have probably used the Wampa right from the beginning. I don't know how my Padme team failed over there. That was just you know, they're always so reliable against the sisters. Okay, let's start putting some hurt. Okay, both the revives are done. And let's save the heal for now. land some buff immunity, save the heal, and let's get rid of Daka when we can. Ability block. Okay, so Daka's gone. And now let's heal up some more, and let's do a roar, and let's call Bastilla. All right, now things are in control. Yeah, it's crazy. I should have probably used this team to begin with, but I've been getting really low banners today. Very sloppy on offense. Now what do I use against this one? Let's see. I can afford to waste some teams. I still have my sisters. I have my Treya. I can't trooper these guys. Maybe I can trooper one of the guys above, one of the teams above. I think I can probably trooper the Ewoks team. Because the first order probably is... no, it's not that fast. 221. I should be able to outspeed them, but I don't know, maybe these guys are pretty well modded, the Ewoks. 209, 25% speed bump. No, my troopers should outspeed them, but yeah, let's go troopers against these guys, because Ewoks, because that'll give me a good idea of what I can afford to use against the bounty hunters. Why am I selecting the wrong team? Alright, let's hope this doesn't get screwed up. Okay, let's get rid of Elder, or at least remove the turn meter. And let's keep working on these guys. Wicket next. Let's get rid of Logray. And then, yep, there we go. G11 troopers can still do a decent job against G12 Ewoks. So that wasn't a problem. So that gives us a little more room to play around with teams left. We unfortunately wasted a really good Padme team, which I did not want to. But sisters are always tricky. What else can we take against the First Order to recover some banners at least? We have our sisters team, we have Darth Revan, and we have Treya. And I need 4 teams. I don't know what's behind there, but we do have Bounty Hunters and Jedi Training Rey as well. So all right, let's see what we can use against these guys. No BB-8 because I've kept him on defense. And I want to save at least my Darth Revan and Treya for the back. I really don't know what to use against these guys. We might have to use break up our Sith team into 2 hybrid teams to take these guys out. Alright, so let me use my Darth Revan over here with let's see, HK and these guys, and maybe Marauder as well for some big hits. Yeah, and see if I can't take these guys out. Okay, let's land some Fear. Let's try to get rid of Sam because I hate those thermals. Alright, let's get our first kill with Django. And Django's down. And Boba's down. So yeah, so banners wise this is going to be useless, but I'm just focused on clearing the board at this stage. And 57 is not bad, but I don't think Banners is going to win this match. It's going to be my defense just has to hold. That's about it. Let's see what's at the back. I really hope there's something tough. He saved his Grievous on offense. Okay, so the Treya team definitely goes with the bugs. Sisters will go against the Kira team with Nest. And what else do I have left for this? I have a bounty hunter team. And I have a resistance team. Okay, let's take care of the teams below first, and then we can figure out what to do with this one. It's going to be terrible on banner efficiency, but yeah, I have to do with what I have. All right, so let's just use these three guys. I don't have any tanks. Well, I do have Bosk. Maybe I use this guy as insurance, because in case one of these guys falls below 50% health, we can always this guy will go into auto taunt mode. I want another tank in there, maybe first out a Stormtrooper, and I'm going to get rid of Nihilus because I can use Nihilus on some other squad. Okay, let's go in with this and see what happens. Okay, at least those guys absorbed a lot of the hits. They were pretty useless apart from that. But I think we will survive. Okay, come on, give a turn. Okay, Sunfac is down, and looks like Scion is down as well. Come on, Treya, you're my only hope. Oh, damn. Not good. Maybe I should have had Nihilus in there. Plenty of mistakes in this match. Plenty of mistakes. You know what? I should have used my sisters against that. I should have used my sisters against that team. I think I'm going to go in with my bounty hunters and see if I can't at least try to execute Brute Alpha. Yeah, it's going to be messy. This is really messy. I'm sorry you guys have to see all this, but yeah, some thermals. I don't know what else to do. Maybe this one for some AoE. Alright, this is going to be messy. A lot of them are going to die. There we go. Damn. Not much use. Everyone was ability blocked. And yeah, this guy's Yeah, I'm not able to use okay, this was a big flop. What else can I use against the Geos? And they're fully healed up as well. I should have exited out of that. I don't know why I didn't do that. But I might just have to go in with the, yeah, I think I might just have to go in with my sisters against this. Yeah, I should have used sisters over here from the beginning. Oh, this is quite a mess. I should have used sisters over here and then Treya against the other team on top. Yeah, sisters is an easy kill for these guys. Okay, let's stun and keep working on them. Yeah, that was a big mistake. Sisters over here initially, and then Treya against the team above. But yeah, some Grand Arenas just don't go your way, I guess. Yeah, sisters are an easy defeat for these guys. 28. I would have got 58 banners there. Extremely messy. Now I don't even know what I have left for these guys. Maybe Jedi Training Ray. I need to use a resistance squad over here with the Nihilus in there. Yeah, let me just get Nihilus in there and see if I can't take these guys down. Okay, buff immunity on this guy. And let's start working on him. Let's get some days on everyone. Okay, beautiful. Let's get rid of this guy. Okay, now I'm gonna avoid hitting L3. And finish off Kira. And then let's go after Han. But first let's do a wave on L3. And let's take care of this guy. All right. Yeah, this is going to dispel L3, but I think Nihilus is oh, it's still a little far away. That's fine. Let's heal up somebody else. Let's keep working on L3. Land a daze there. I don't want to hit nest because otherwise I'm going to get countered. All right, let's keep working on L3. Some days. Okay, this should take care of L3, and this should take care of nest. All right, 55. This is extremely messy. We've got multiple battles on multiple teams, and this one, crew is a terrible team to leave till the end. Oh god, I don't know what to take against crew now. It'll have to be a mishmash of teams. I should probably save my Nihilus for crew. But let's see, maybe I've got my Karth team over here. These two, and maybe Bastilla Shan Fallen. Yeah, let's go for that. We'll probably have to come back to the team again. Okay, stun. Let's run some ability block. No, okay. Okay, let's keep working on crew. Dots won't do much to him except heal him. But let's see if we can land a shock on him. All right. Let's just do this. He's still taunting. If I can just get rid of crew, this will be so much easier. Okay, I need to take care of Han over here. Big hit, and let's get this one prepared. He's going to stun again now. There we go. But at least he has a shock on him. Okay, come on. I need a big hit from one of these other guys. Right, this one does a big hit. All right, so crew is taken care of. At least the leadership is gone, which is great to see. Let's get rid of first order officer. Some more fear on everyone. Now that crew is gone, the cleanup should be easier, even if I don't one-shot it. All right, let's land some shock. All right, let's take care of these guys one by one, because I'm definitely going to have to double shot it. Fear. Now let's take care of Executioner one by one. Candra's is great. His basic applies tenacity down, plenty of dots. Dots are not going to do anything against this lone Kylo, but at least the other guys can be taken care of. Fear. All right, let's get rid of Executioner. There we go. Good thing is at least all these dots are healing up this Candra's. And they're also healing up Kylo, who's got Retribution, and we've got no way to take care of Retribution. So this is probably going to end now. So we'll have to take in some other team to get rid of this guy. But at least he'll be without crew leadership. Yeah, we are not getting this one down. All right, okay, so let's go into the cleanup team now. Man, I haven't had such a messy Grand Arena in a long time. My only hope is if my opponent does not clear me. Otherwise, this is going to be a very bad loss. All right, do I even have anything to clear this guy up? I've got a few good attackers, but let's see, maybe my rebels can get something done. Got Wedge, got Biggs, got Sabine, and let's take in a couple of tanks and a few damage dealers. Do I have a stun over here? I don't. I need a stunner. Maybe I take Zeb in there, who can apply daze as well as stun. Yeah, let's take Zeb in there. Let's take Zeb in. 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 Let's take Z and maybe Scarab Rebel Pathfinder. Okay. All right. Let's land a defense down, armor shred. All right. Let's taunt and I think this should take care of him in the next turn. There, they should do it. All right, that wasn't too bad. Lone Kylo is it's not much of an issue. Okay, so very messy. Let's see how much we got. Probably 1800 something. 1799. Oh my god, 100 points. 100 points below what I should have been. So this probably looks like a lost cause. My opponent is probably going to end up clearing me pretty easily, one-shotting all my teams. He's got all his teams, good teams saved up. He's got Jedi Knight Revan. He's got, doesn't have Darth Revan, but he's got Padme, Jedi Knight Revan. His Jedi, his clone team as well. Yeah, it's going to be no problem for him to clear this. He's got a Straya. He's got a CLS. Yep, so this is probably going to be a lost cause, but I'll give you guys an update pretty soon on this. All right, so let me pause the video for now, and I will record again once the final results are in, and I'll give you guys an update on what the final status of the battle is.